I think you come to the Belgium to win it. Wabash always fight.
Hello and welcome to the Don Morel Show, your chance to hear the thoughts and comments of the head football coach of the Little Giant program. And Coach, we get a chance to talk after a really big Wabash win, a 67-18 victory at Kenyon. It was a game where Wabash broke the school record for total offensive yards. You ended up with 776 total yards in the game. A big running day, the sixth most rushing yards in a Wabash football game. You get three guys over 100 yards, a great performance by two younger running backs that will be a little bit, you get a little glimpse of the future of Wabash with big runs from Xavier Tyler and from Connor Grimes. Penn Stoller with a big day. He matched his single game best effort with 3 touchdown receptions and went over 100 yards. Cooper Sullivan was over 100 yards. And Liam Thompson goes into second place on the North Coast Athletic Conference all-time passing list and is on the verge of becoming the all-time leading passer. Did you really accomplish the goals? Obviously, number one goal is to go into the game and win, but also it's a good opportunity to get a chance to see some other players play in a game situation and see what they can contribute.
It was great just to get to play everybody. We came home without an injury, which is critical down the stretch in this conference. Everybody has their injury issues. And then we got to hold 3 starters out of the game too. Clearly Kenyon's struggling right now. They're undermanned, but we handled it well and now we move on.
You got a chance on defense to also see some fresh faces by resting some people, and the players really took an opportunity to take advantage of that. Jordan Cree had a really good game in his first collegiate start. Vaughn Taylor really excelled in that starting role. And then some guys who came in later in the game. Jerry McBee has been a really good reserve, in that rotation.
Sure.
And then Alex Zayat's got an interception along with one by Ben Netting. He had 2 forced turnovers defensively. And we talked last week about keeping that running game in check, and you were able to do that all game long.
We were. Our defensive front did a great job. The back is slippery, got loose a couple times, but overall great effort. We played well on special teams again, and we're really where we want to be at this part of the season.
Before we get ready to talk about this weekend's game, we had some big news that broke this morning at 11 o'clock. The National Football Foundation presents every year the Campbell Trophy. It's really one of the highest honors in college football. It's right on the level with the Heisman Trophy Award, and the difference is it's open to any college football player in the country, Division I, Division II, Division III in the NCAA, to NAIA players. And one of your players, Liam Thompson, the Wabash quarterback, is one of the 16 finalists. There were 201 nominees for the award, and Liam ends up being one of the 16 finalists. What does that mean, first of all, for Liam, the recognition for him and what he's accomplished academically, as a leader, as a football player, and what's it mean to the program?
The award really fits who Liam is as a leader on this campus, on the football field, in the weight room, in the CIBE program, the internships he's had here where he's done outstanding. Just speaks volumes to the person he is. I love it. The award incorporates such a strong academic component. I believe he's got a 3.88 GPA at Wabash College. But really honors him, and in a way it honors his teammates, because we've all kind of done this together.
You talked to the team about this, when the award was announced. You got a chance to ask the team questions. What are some things that you think about when you're thinking about Liam Thompson, and the words that came up were leadership, the pride he takes in the program. And you talked about how the other players can continue to develop those same type of traits and how important those can be to them as they develop their careers.
They all have it inside of them. Liam is found a way to maximize all of his abilities. The other adjectives they use were consistency, intelligence, toughness. These are all words we like to hear at Wabash College.
Yeah, the things you weren't hearing were your arm strength and the things you see in a quarterback. They were talking about him as a person, and that really is what this award encapsulates.
It is. It'll be exciting to see. He's going to be in Las Vegas December 5th for that ceremony. And then the cast he's with, my goodness, Bo Nix from Oregon, tight end from Notre Dame, offensive lineman from Michigan. Really outstanding football players and students.
And two other Division III players, a player from Wittenberg College, one from Johns Hopkins. So really representative of good college football, and certainly he's very deserving to be among those list of players who will be there. And of course, we wish Liam best of luck. The winner of the Campbell Trophy, again, will be announced at this event that the National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame will have out in Las Vegas, and we wish Liam best of luck as he moves forward in that. But before that, we have some football to play, and a really key game coming up this weekend. Wabash will play Wittenberg, here at Little Giant Stadium, and we really know all the scenarios now. Wittenberg lost in overtime at home to DePaul last weekend, so their chance of clinching a sole piece of the conference title has gone by the wayside. But this is a game they have to win to try and get a share of the conference title. It's a game Wabash also has to win to keep hopes of winning a share of the conference title and advancing to play in the NCAA tournament. Does that put any extra pressure on their team and your team this weekend?
I think both. Wittenberg clearly, they had an outstanding effort against DePaul. Tough loss. I know they're going to rebound and play their best game they can out here, but they have gotten better as the season has gone on and really came within a hair of beating DePaul.
Last year, we went to Springfield, had a really good performance, a good offensive effort all game long, a good defensive effort as well. Came away with a victory there. The year prior, Wittenberg came here and had an outstanding running game that really turned the tide in their favor. Bryce Anderson, who is their backup running back, but was the starter 2 years ago here, ran for 3 touchdowns in that game. They bring a good double-headed attack in the running game, and they're playing well in the passing game. Max Milton, their quarterback, is having a good season, and he's got a really dangerous target transfer who's finishing up his college career at Wittenberg, but played at Ball State, who is one of their leading receivers. What kind of challenges do they present to this team, to your Wabash team offensively?
Really physical downhill run game on offense, and then the ability to hit the big play outside. And we feel like they have a couple of wide receivers that can do that for them. So that's going to be the chore our defense has, is taking on the physical run game and not allowing big plays in the passing game, which they hit against DePaul over and over. And then they are a physical defense, and we need to be able to throw and run the ball equally to have a balanced attack with those guys.
And you talked about them having something to prove this week. DePaul was able to score 21 fourth-quarter points and then got the score in overtime to get the victory. So they're going to want to rebound from that and show that they're able to keep another good offense. Your offense comes in leading the conference in total offensive yards per game. Running game is among the leaders. Passing game, second in the conference. So it'll be a tough offense for them to face for the second week in a row, because where we're ranked number 1, DePaul is ranked number 2. Where we're ranked number 2, DePaul is ranked number 1. So they know for the second consecutive week they'll face a really tough test offensive or defensively on their end.
I think they do, and again, I think Coach Collins will have those guys ready to play.
What are some particular things this team is focused on this week to try and be prepared, ready to go for the game Saturday against Wittenberg?
Need to be able to stop the run on defense, and then we need to be able to run the ball on offense. We just can't be one-dimensional and try and throw the ball 50 times. That's not going to work.
Is there a key to this game being at home this week? You haven't been home very often. We talked at the beginning of the season about the strange schedule with 6 road games. How important is it for this game to be at home?
Well, one, I think I can legally vote now in the state of Ohio. I've been there so much. It's great to be home, and to not have to get on a bus Friday is going to be great, and to sleep in your own bed Friday night is going to be great. I think it's an advantage. I think every home team in this conference has a home advantage.
That game will be a 1 o'clock start. We've had several different start times for games this year. Last week's a noon start at Kenyon, but the game this Saturday is a 1 o'clock start. We'll kick everything off with this show in the pregame, and then Jim Amadon, Steve Hoffman will have the call of the game. If you're watching it from the comfort of your home or wherever you might be on the Wabash College Video Network, there are still tickets for this Saturday's game against Wittenberg available. You can go to wabashtickets.com to get your tickets for Saturday's game. It is Family Day. There's a Family Day event that morning, a Family Day breakfast. Information on the Wabash College website on that, if there's still space available there. So we hope to see you here at Little Giant Stadium, or we hope you enjoy the broadcast of the game. Before we close out the show, there are now fewer than 800 tickets remaining on the Wabash College general admission seating for the 129th Monon Bell game on November 11th. There are no tailgate spots available. There's no club seating available. All those tickets have sold out. DePauw has sold out all of its tickets. So the Monon Bell game is getting close to being a sellout. If you are waiting and thinking you can show up to the Monon Bell game on Saturday, November 11th and pick up a ticket at the gate, there is no guarantee of that at this point. So go to wabashtickets.com, get your tickets today so that you can make sure you have a seat here at Little Giant Stadium for the Monon Bell game on that Saturday. Should be a good one, and we'll talk more about that in a couple of weeks. But Coach, until then, best of luck this Saturday against Wittenberg.
It's going to be a big game.
Absolutely, and we hope to see you here for it or watching online. But until then, you've been watching The Don Morel Show, your chance to hear the thoughts and comments of the head football coach of the Little Giant program. We'll talk to you next week.
I think you come to the Bell game to win it. Wabash always fight.